ton of work and expertise that goes into acquiring an asset. So just as you think about this, think about who you want on your team, and or think about who you could be on a team.
Welcome to the How to Scale Commercial Real Estate Show. Whether you are an active or passive investor, we'll teach you how to scale your real estate investing business into something big.
One of the things I want to talk to you about today is the importance of building a team. You'll hear it said over and over that commercial real estate in particular is not a team sport. One of the things I want to talk to you about today is building a team. You will have heard it said over and over, I'm sure at this point, that real estate is a team sport. Commercial real estate in particular is a team sport. And that's so absolutely true. One of the questions I had posed to me recently was, why are there four of you? Why are there four of you on the general partnership team acquiring this asset? And the question I thought in my head back was, how are there only four of us on the general partnership team taking down this asset? And the funny thing is that most people don't realize the amount of work that goes into getting a deal across the finish line. You know, the answer is because the reason that we have a team is because there's a ton of work and there's a ton of expertise that goes into acquiring an asset. In the last 2 weeks before we close here on a deal next week, I would say we've had 200 emails exchanged back and forth between our team. And that doesn't include just our Slack channel. I mean, Slack channel cuts out a lot of emails, but even so, your surveyors, lenders, attorneys, your sellers, future management, all those team or all those partners in the deal, or call them industry partners in the deal, they're emailing back and forth. There's probably been 200 emails exchanged, which is just an astronomical amount of communication. And it feels like right before you get to close, of course, the flurry of activity back and forth between lenders and surveyors, it just goes up and up. I'll tell you who our four team members are, and this will give you an idea, maybe get your head thinking about what it would look like to build a team if you haven't already done that. So here goes. And this isn't set for every single organization, but it's some of the seats that you'll need to be thinking about filling on the bus. On our team currently is our legal. We actually have on this deal, our in-house counsel is one of also our general partners, which is great because he handles everything from the document preparation to making sure that the titles line up with and the title surveys and everything, the surveys and the title and all that stuff. All the legal side is completely handled. It's a ton of work. And there's always something really obscure that comes back from the title search or from the lender or somebody else. It's like, hey, we have an exception, subparagraph 9, point 4. It's like, what about such and such? And it's like, you've got to have, and of course we could farm that out as well if it wasn't a team member, but it's great to have in-house counsel that can handle this for us. So that's one of our team members is the legal side of things. And he handles all the legal. Next up is our team member that actually went out and found the deal, that knows all the local contractors and understands the area. And he functions not only as the deal finder and as the person that is bringing in all of the operations side of things, because he's actually going to go operate this RV resort for us, but he also functioned as the transaction coordinator, the one who makes sure that all of us are getting all of our documentation, all of our stuff in and to the lender, staying on top of lenders, staying on top of timelines, managing the entire process from start to finish. Again, you could farm that out. You could hire out a transaction coordinator. And actually in the future, that may be where we go, is to bring an in-house transaction coordinator as opposed to having them as a partner, because there's advantages obviously to having someone as in-house as opposed to a partner. But that said, that's our second, and I don't want to confuse in-house with partner. I'm thinking more of an employee versus a partner. You could probably hire an employee as a transaction coordinator for less than what you give away in equity for an actual general partner. But I digress. This is the roles that we're filling on this particular team. Number 3 is the third seat on the bus is the one that is handling all of the back-end system stuff. Everything from what's a reservation management system going to be, implementing that. What about credit card processing? What about payment systems? What about setting up all the different pieces that go into actually handling the funds and the money as it comes into the business once we operate it? What's that look like? Handling the marketing side of it, handling the website building, all of that stuff needs to be building out new logos, getting all of those pieces lined up. Again, that you need a dedicated person thinking about how you're going to run and market that business from a back-end operations side once you acquire it. So there's seat number 3. Seat number 4 is me. That's investor relations. That is handling all of preparation of the deal decks, helping out with underwriting, looking at the asset itself, doing on-site visits, talking to investors, sending out newsletters, sending out all the communication that happens behind the scenes to get investors onboarded, getting them through the documentation process. I don't care how many portals you have. I don't care how automated the signings are. There's always going to be some friction with someone on the capital raise side where they can't get through the deal deck signing process. Oh, I got an issue with, I can't get in. I don't understand where I'm supposed to be. And you'll spend an hour on the phone with them. It's part of life. It's just part of the investor relations process and not one that needs to be overlooked. So, the real reason there's 4 of us on these teams is because there's a ton of work and expertise that goes into acquiring an asset. So just as you think about this, think about who you want on your team or think about who you could be on a team. So I'm excited to announce here that in 2023, one of the things that we're doing is really fleshing out our team in a meaningful way. And I'll have more to talk about that as we do it and as those details get finalized. The team we're working with right now, it's been great. We're doing great and we'll continue to work together, but there's even more seats on the bus that we need to bring on board. So as we grow, I'll share with you that growth journey and how that works out. But I just wanted to kind of give you some idea that as you look to scale your business, as you look to grow it, think about what that means to be working in a team environment. And I'll be honest in saying that it's something in a previous life, I had a lot of employees, I had a lot of people working with me, and I said, man, I'm never going back to that. I'm not, because it just was, I did not enjoy managing dozens of people. It was not my style. But I do enjoy working in teams. I do enjoy working with peers more than I do employees. So, that's something that I'm really excited about, is building a peer team member group that works in a cohesive fashion toward a common goal. So it's a lot of fun. It's really great. But as you think about it, just consider what it means for you to build a team and how you could possibly do that. As always, if I can be of any further help to you, please reach out. My contact information is always here in the show notes. So that's it. Thanks again. Hope you have a great rest of your day.
Welcome to the How to Scale Commercial Real Estate Show. Whether you are an active or passive investor, we'll teach you how to scale your real estate investing business into something big.